Hello everybody, and welcome to this quick tutorial video on the Illegitimus Addons pack version 1. I just wanted to quickly showcase some of the features of this add-on pack. First and foremost, I've moved everything down to the bottom of my screen. This allows me to be able to focus on all the action that's happening up top. And just to quickly showcase the stuff that's going on down here, I've got my character portrait, who I'm currently targeting, and if I target myself here, it shows who that target is targeting and what that target is targeting. And while that doesn't make much sense in this context, if I'm healing a tank and that tank is attacking a boss, but that boss decides to go after a caster, I can quickly click on the caster right there and start applying heals. So it's super handy. Down here I'm using Bartender. This allows me to change the size, stack these icons however I want to. Super easy to be able to just move around in any part of the map. In this case I'm just going to leave it locked because that's where I like it. Over here I've got enhanced quest log, extended quest log, and this allows me to be able to see all 20 quests without having to scroll, and there's even additional options for configuration. Over here, this is KTM threat meter. It allows me to be able to see what my threat is in relationship to the group. And then over here is the damage meters. It allows me to see how I'm doing in damage in comparison to other people. At the mailbox, I've got CT. I've got the ability to open all mail. This will automatically open everything from your auction and take all the gold that other people have paid into your bag slot here. Mass mail allows me to be able to send a bunch of items to the same person and charge me the correct amount of postage for each item. You see there I'm using one bag. All of my bags are in one place, only divided by a little space. That's something that can be configured, but that's the way I like it. Using Minimap button bag, it organizes all those little icons in one simple, easy to use location. Combine that with Atlas loot, and when you're in a place like Blackrock Depth, you can see all your quests. These little arrows mark that it's a precursor of it's a part of a quest chain. And then starts here. It's pretty handy. The Royal Rescue comes from rescuing Commander Gorshak. And this is super handy because it allows me to be able to see, what loot drops off of what boss, what the percentage chances to drop. I can even go down here and see what tier 2 gear looks like for my particular class, or if I want to see what legendary items exist in the game, and then even off of certain factions. So it's pretty handy, definitely something that can help you out. Highly recommend Atlas Loot and Atlas Quest. And this is a particular version, 1.84. It's the version that works best with the server. 1.85 has a couple glitches, and the previous versions don't have these nice buttons down here. It's not quite as clean. Moving on, I've got Outfitter. Outfitter is this little panel right here. It allows me to be able to quickly switch from my cat form gear to, let's say, my current default, which is set to Healer. That'll automatically equip all the gear that's needed. So say I switch to bear form. That's all the gear that it would put on when I switch to bear form. So just to quickly showcase that, kitty cat form, leave kitty cat form, go to bear form, automatically equips the loot for me. So super helpful. When you're a class that uses multiple pieces of gear, that's a total lifesaver. Highly recommend it. It's pretty easy to set up. You just select which one you want. It'll equip all the gear, and then you just replace the gear with something else. I can't wear that helm, so that's not a good example. Let's say this one here. And then you can tick that box and it'll go from, let's say, red, which isn't right, to now orange. So very easy to set up. I'm going to go fix that though before I make a mistake. Okay, moving on down the list here. I have a rest foo, which is part of the foo bar pack. It allows me to see all my different alts, what their current state is. So if I'm playing this character and I look here and see that one of my other tunes is fully rested, I can then go play on that character and take advantage of that rested bonus just to make sure that they're not sitting around idle. Down at the very bottom of my screen, you'll see I've got foo bar. There's a couple different add-ons in here. Got my performance, got my gold, how much DPS I'm outputting, big wigs for rating. item bonuses, so I can see all the different stats that my gear is providing me with. What speed I'm currently running at. This is pretty nice. I can see I'm running at 100%, but as soon as I switch to cat form, it switches my gear to give me the 161% run speed. Over here, one moment. Over here I've got tank points. This allows me to be able to see what stats have a good effect on me. So if I'm trying to see which gear is best for me, I can put on a piece of gear and see if my points go up or down. So that's pretty handy. How much experience I'm gaining, and then this is part of the DPS meters in Bartender. There's a bunch of other different mods that you can have in here, and if you decide you want to turn them off, you just right click and untick them, and then they'll hide from that menu. And that's pretty much it. Just a really quick rundown of how this works, and I'll just show you how it all works in action real quick, and then I'll close the video. So, looking around for something to kill, there we go, I'll just go after this guy. I'm going to switch into cat form. Go into stealth. Just going to speed up just to make your lives a little bit easier for watching. Now, you'll see right off the bat, this is currently my health versus his health, so I can make sure that I'm going to win this fight. So right now I know I'm gonna win because I'm way ahead of his health. Over here, this allows me to be able to see what my action points, or sorry, what my rage is at, and then how many action points I've generated. So each time I do an attack, that's going to go up before I can perform a big attack and then clear all that out. And you'll notice there's two separate cast bars. So I've got the cast bar for healing myself. That appears here as well as here. And the reason why that's super handy is because sometimes I'm focused down here on healing people, or sometimes I'm focused up here on attacking. So depending on what part of the screen I'm at, there's always some cast bar to look at that's right in my field of view. You'll notice here as I'm taking damage, figure I'll do this one in my healing gear, my health goes down, but when I go to apply heal to myself, it shows me roughly how much it's going to heal me for. See that? So this would not be enough, but if I switch to this one, that one would be enough. If I switch to this one, it would be that much of an overheal. So I know not to use that one, otherwise it's just going to take too much mana. Yep, still too big. There we go, that one's perfect. So I can just do something like that. And I'm just going to flee from this guy so I can show you one more thing. So part of the Luna add-ons, it also gives me the ability to create commands based on a shift or control command. So if I type in /Luna, I can showcase how that works. There's click casting. So if I use my left button plus shift, I can type in whatever spell I want it to cast, in this case Rejuvenation. So if I just hold down my left shift and click, bam, it's going to cast Rejuvenation on myself. And the same can be said for everybody else that fills the party or the raid. So, pretty cool. Anyway, that's combat. That's pretty much the gist of it, and we'll just continue to enhance the add-ons pack going forward. Thank you so much for watching.